jackass in the corner who wants to come and try it on with you. Does that actually happen?
Once or twice.
And what happens to them?
Bad things.
The late 1980s were a truly strange time in Hollywood. The aura of stars like Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger has somewhat faded. The audience also pays less attention to the muscular image of the actors and requires more classy and dramatic fighting techniques, but must be full of artistic elements. Because of such a need for viewers to enjoy, American film studios have been diligently looking for the next action movie stars. They did not limit their search to just the United States, but also reached out to other countries, thanks to which stars like Jackie Chan and Jean-Claude Van Damme achieved success in Hollywood. And Steven Seagal is also such a case. But the career of this American actor is much more strange than that of his fellow actors. It's hard for anyone to believe that an actor can slide from the peak to the abyss and then climb back up again and again like Steven Seagal. Today, we're diving into the enigmatic world of the one and only Steven Seagal, the action-packed legend we all know and love. Buckle up as we take a roller coaster ride through his early life, peppered with surprises that might just leave you jaw-dropped. Steven Seagal is now over 70. Try not to gasp when you see him now. Actually, not much is known about the early part of Steven Seagal's life. It's Steven Seagal's secret very rarely. People only have some sketchy information about Steven Seagal. That is, he was born into a typical middle-class family, then Seagal was captivated by Eastern martial arts right from his youth. So as soon as he turned 19, Steven Seagal moved to Japan. He studied Aikido next. He married a Japanese wife and at the same time ran the dojo of the wife's family. Seagal was the first foreign master to teach Aikido in Japan, but in the end, Steven Seagal was not completely satisfied with this for that reason. In 1983, he returned to the United States to establish a martial arts school in California. Thanks to fate, Steven Seagal became close friends with many powerful figures in Hollywood, such as CEO of Warner Bros. Terry Semel and director of actor management company Creative Artists Agency Michael Ovitz. They immediately recognized the potential of an action movie star in Steven Seagal. After several years of actor training, Seagal appeared in his first film, Above the Law. The film achieved great success in terms of revenue and professional reviews. Seagal's subsequent works are no less impressive. Many film experts believe that in just a few years, Steven Seagal will become Hollywood's top action star, but no one expected. That was also the time when Steven Seagal's mouth hurt him. In an interview with martial arts magazine Black Belt, the actor said he was a student of Master Ueshiba Morihei, the father of Aikido. This statement was quickly debunked by readers, because in reality, Master Ueshiba Morihei died in 1969 when Steven Seagal was only 17 years old. According to documents, it was not until 1971 that actor Steven Seagal came to Japan. But actually, Seagal doesn't need to lie. He was a student in the dojo of Master Koichi Tohei. Master Koichi Tohei is a direct student of Master Ueshiba Morihei and the founder of the Ki Aikido style. Many people think that just with Koichi Tohei's reputation, the actor is already attractive enough, without having to explode that he is a student of the great Master Ueshiba Morihei. Another equally blatant lie is that Steven Seagal claims to be a Japanese sword appraisal expert trusted by many auctioneers. This is a professional job in Japan. You must have a degree and a practicing certificate issued by the government and professional association. Steven Seagal has never had a practicing certificate, so how can he claim to be an expert in sword appraisal? Luckily, the actor only exploded with the press, not the auction house. If that happens, he could be sued and fined by the Japanese government. On the other hand, Steven Seagal certainly profited from lying about his relationship with the CIA because he was the first foreigner to teach at a dojo in Japan. His students were mostly American soldiers and diplomats stationed in Osaka. It turned out that many of them were American spies. This is the door that brought Steven Seagal to the CIA. According to intelligence documents removed from the secret list, the martial arts master worked as an interpreter and cultural consultant, helping CIA agents establish relationships in Japan. The relationship between the actor and the intelligence world is just that, but he often exaggerates it. In an interview with the LA Times, Seagal claimed to have participated in the operation to rescue the family of the last king of Iran. Seagal describes it as follows: "The rebels were extremely barbaric. They openly beheaded people in broad daylight. We had to find a way to disguise each member of the royal family to get them to the airport to board the plane to Paris. There was a nephew of the king who refused to go, so we had to knock him unconscious and put him in the carriage. The car was halfway when he woke up and asked to go home again. We had no choice but to let him off the bus. That afternoon, he was shot dead." According to Seagal, He also participated in protecting other important people, such as the late South African Archbishop Desmond Tutu and the late Egyptian President Anwar Sadat. Yet in reality, these things have never happened. These are all extremely important tasks that are only assigned by the CIA and the U.S. State Department to their official employees, not the tasks of a male actor. A person like Seagal, who has no experience in the military, police, or diplomatic fields, will certainly not be able to participate in important things, as he said from the beginning. People frankly pointed out that Seagal only exploded to create more fame for himself. After achieving some success, Steven Seagal decided to work as a director, screenwriter, and actor at the same time. But the movie On Deadly Ground, released in 1994, was a bomb. Experts criticized Seagal's lack of expression and clunky dialogue. The actor's next films, such as Under Siege 2, Executive Decision, and Fire Down Bellow, also failed at the box office. After Exit Wounds was released in 2021, Seagal no longer appeared in any other Hollywood blockbusters. In the U.S., reality TV shows about police operations are not uncommon. Seagal decided to jump into this market with the TV show Steven Seagal, Lawman, in 2011, right from the first episode. The show became a disaster. Steven Seagal became a police officer in Maricopa County, Arizona. The county police station decided to destroy a cockfighting venue for money. The suspect had no criminal history or owned any weapons, but to add to the drama, the actor convinced the station chief to bring a team of mobile police to the scene, while the suspect himself drove an armored vehicle through the door of the subject's house. Furthermore, while trying to suppress the subject, the police opened fire and killed a dog. The 115 confiscated fighting cocks were all killed and destroyed on the spot. All events were recorded by cameras and broadcast across the United States in the face of fierce public criticism. Steven Seagal remained calm, he declared. And Seagal is right. Steven Seagal, Lawman, aired a total of 24 episodes and had quite high viewership ratings. The problem is that after the show ended, no movie studio or TV station wanted to invite him to act in a movie. In addition to film and reality television, Seagal also writes songs and novels. He released his first album, Songs from the Crystal Cave, in 2005, and his first novel, The Way of the Shadow Wolves, in 2017. Critics generally commented on both works as messy and disorganized. The organization of ideas and the words are dull, and the author lets his ego obscure the message that needs to be conveyed. Not only did they fail in terms of revenue, but they also became a joke for the audience. No one in America takes Steven Seagal as a serious actor anymore. Doors to Hollywood is a company that specializes in helping its customers invite famous Hollywood actors to appear in big events. The company's main customers are billionaires and corporations in Russia. They have brought famous actors such as Jack Nicholson, Sean Penn, Woody Harrelson, Laura Flynn Boyle, and even former President Donald Trump to appear in Moscow. Doors to Hollywood director Bob Van Ronkel is a close friend of Steven Seagal. He also knows Russian President Vladimir Putin. Knowing that Mr. Putin studied Aikido and liked martial arts movies, Bob Van Ronkel sought to connect the president with the male actor. As a result, the two became friends, and Seagal appeared alongside Putin at a number of different crowded events. For the Russian government, having famous figures from the U.S. like Seagal is a big victory while they are subject to embargoes from the U.S. and Europe. For his part, Steven Seagal also took advantage of his reputation in Russia after becoming a Russian citizen in 2016. He participated in many different projects, such as organizing the Zara Fight Show martial arts tournament, acting as a representative for the arms company or RSIS, and receiving the position of U.S. Goodwill Ambassador Russia from the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, etc. Steven Seagal also became close friends with many other leaders, such as Chechen President Ramzan Kadyrov, President of Belarus Alexander Lukashenko, and President of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev. Nowadays, it is not uncommon to see Steven Seagal appear at parties, diplomatic events, etc. They especially like Seagal as the face of domestic martial arts and sports movements. Steven Seagal continues to act in films, but mainly in B-grade films or films produced outside the U.S., such as the Chinese film China Salesman. Many critics understand that Seagal is no longer young, so he does not want to do action scenes, but they still criticize his still poor role-playing ability, and yet, in many movies, he only acted in a few scenes, but when it came to the poster, Seagal's name and face were at the forefront. This is a trick of foreign directors when they want to invite Hollywood actors to gain popularity for the film, but do not have enough salary for the whole film. Steven Seagal's third wife, actress Kelly LeBrock, summed up her ex-husband's career like this: Seagal is not the most talented actor or martial artist. What he does have is luck, connections, and a thick skin. These are three things that anyone who wants to succeed in Hollywood must have. It's just that Seagal has more than everyone else. In 2018, action movie star Steven Seagal found himself at the center of a storm of accusations, continuously facing allegations of sexual harassment and rape. While his decades-long career had solidified his image as a martial arts expert and a prominent figure in action movies, the rising tide of Me Too revelations brought to light a darker side of the star's reputation. As the Me Too campaign gained momentum, exposing sexual misconduct across various industries, Steven Seagal became a name entangled in the wave of allegations. On March 19, 2018, two brave women stepped forward, revealing that they had been sexually assaulted by Seagal when they were 17 and 18 years old. The power of the Me Too movement. The accusations didn't emerge in isolation. Over 10 months, several women, including well-known personalities like Juliana Margulies, Portia de Rossi, reporter Lisa Guerrero, and actress Rachel Grant, accused Seagal of sexual harassment. The allegations painted a troubling picture of a star whose on-screen heroics stood in stark contrast to the off-screen controversies that clouded his reputation. In a press conference held in March 2018, model Fabiola Daddis and actress Regina Simons publicly declared that they, too, had fallen victim to Seagal's alleged sexual assault. Daddis recounted an incident from 2022, when, at 17, she faced inappropriate advances during a private audition for a film directed by Seagal. Regina Simons, on the other hand, accused Seagal of rape at his home in 1993 when she was just 18 years old, shedding light on the power dynamics in the entertainment industry. Steven Seagal's lawyer vehemently denied all accusations, asserting the lack of evidence on the part of the accusers. However, the emotional testimonies of Daddis and Simons conveyed the profound impact of the alleged incidents on their lives. Regina Simons, in particular, described feeling shocked, caught off guard, and frozen in the face of Seagal's actions. Hurt, depressed, and grappling with the aftermath, both accusers filed a formal complaint with the police, initiating an official investigation into the allegations against Steven Seagal. The legal process would play a crucial role in determining the veracity of the claims and providing a platform for justice to prevail. Before these allegations, Steven Seagal had not commented directly on the accusations against him. In previous statements, he spoke broadly about the prevalence of such accusations in Hollywood, expressing skepticism and asserting the innocence of many, including himself. As the legal saga unfolds, the case of Steven Seagal adds another layer to the ongoing conversation surrounding accountability, power dynamics, and the impact of the Me Too movement on the entertainment industry. In the face of Steven Seagal's scandal, Kelly LeBrock, the ex-wife of action star Steven Seagal, just spoke out, not surprised at the news that her ex-husband was sued by a former female assistant for sexual harassment. Actress Kelly LeBrock, considered a sex symbol in the 1980s, has been divorced from Steven Seagal since 1996, promising to reveal the true face of Steven Seagal in an upcoming autobiography. There are many shocking things to say about Steven Seagal that I will reveal in my book. However, she added, I will refrain from saying anything in detail right now because of my 3 children. Previously, former Vietnamese model Caden Guyan filed a petition with the Los Angeles court asking Steven Seagal to pay $1 million in compensation for sexually harassing, coercing, and even using her as a sex toy during her time. She worked as an assistant for this action actor. She also accused Steven Seagal of keeping 2 young Russian girls to use them as sex slaves. Following that, 5 other girls also spoke out to accuse Steven Seagal with similar evidence as Caden Guyan gave. Faced with these accusations, actor Steven Seagal denied everything and said that those accusations are ridiculous by an employee who is angry about being fired. Steven Seagal's lawyer said that Caden Guyan was angry because he was fired. After all, the actor discovered Caden Guyan was using drugs. Steven Seagal's lawyer is also preparing documents to submit to the court to sue Caden Guyan for slander. It's all the present. And now, back to a time when he was just a young child, Steven Seagal went through an ups and downs childhood. In the heart of Lansing, Michigan, on April 10, 1952, the stage was set for Steven Seagal's grand entrance into the world. Picture it, Patricia Ann Fisher, a medical technician, and Samuel Seagal, a math whiz that's the power couple behind our action hero. Patricia, with her Irish roots, and Samuel, proudly Jewish with Russian Jewish immigrant grandparents, created a unique blend that would shape Seagal's diverse heritage. Fast forward to Seagal's tender age of 5, and the Seagal family decided to trade the Michigan winters for the California sun. Fullerton became their new stomping ground, and according to his mom's chat with People magazine, This move was a game changer. Little Steven, once a frail kid battling asthma, found his stride on the West Coast. He was a puny kid back then, but he really thrived after the move from Michigan, his mom revealed. Seagal's high school days at Buena Park High School in Buena Park, California, and his stint at Fullerton College from 1970 to 1971 set the stage for the man we know today. But hold on, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Whispers of Seagal being a pathological liar have circulated, pointing fingers at his penchant for spinning tales about his life. Some critics argue that his statements about being a student of Aikido's founder, Morihei Ueshiba, fall into the realm of pure fantasy. The twist? Ueshiba had bid farewell to this world in 1969, a good 5 years before Seagal set foot in Japan at the age of 22, allegedly to escape the Vietnam War draft by tying the knot with a Japanese national. Steven Seagal, beyond his silver screen persona, is a man of intriguing facets. Renowned for his martial arts prowess, Seagal boasts an impressive collection of swords that adds a unique layer to his charismatic personality. Notably, he even had a custom gun crafted monthly at one point, showcasing his affinity for the extraordinary. Diving into his domestic realm, Seagal has made his mark in both the star-studded Mandeville Canyon of Los Angeles and the serene landscapes of Louisiana. His residences paint a picture of a man rooted in both the glitz of Hollywood and the tranquility of Southern living. In a surprising twist, Seagal, the action hero, embraces Buddhism. In 1997, the announcement by Lama Pinor Rinpoche from Palyul Monastery elevated Seagal to the status of Tulku, specifically as the reincarnation of Chungdrag Dorje. This 17th century figure was a treasure revealer in the Nyingma sect, the oldest branch of Tibetan Buddhism. Seagal's spiritual journey takes unexpected turns, adding layers to his already enigmatic persona. Seagal transcends borders not just in his movies, but in real life. Holding citizenship in 3 diverse countries, United States, Serbia, and Russia, Seagal's international connections are as dynamic as his on-screen performances. From his just solely U.S. citizenship to being granted Serbian citizenship in 2016 and subsequently Russian citizenship in 2016, Seagal's global identity is as diverse as his martial arts skills. The Russian connection is particularly fascinating. Seagal's friendship with President Vladimir Putin is well documented. Bestowed with the Order of Friendship Medal in 2023, Seagal declared himself 1,000,000% Russian, vehemently countering what he sees as you. This information, the camaraderie between Seagal and Putin, adds an unexpected geopolitical twist to the action star's narrative. Behind the scenes, Seagal's personal life unfolds like a captivating drama. From marrying his first wife, Miyako Fujitani, in Japan to his affair with Kelly Lee Brock. Each chapter is a plot twist in Seagal's life story. Lee Brock granted him a divorce, and their union led to the birth of 2 children, Annalisa and Dominic. However, the story took a turn, and irreconcilable differences ended their marriage in 1994. Seagal's current chapter sees him happily married to Mongolian beauty, Erdenituya Batsuk, fondly known as L.A. Their love story began in 21 when L.A. worked as his interpreter during a visit to Mongolia. L.A., a former top-tier ballroom dancer in Mongolia, added a rhythmic twist to Seagal's life, becoming the mother of their son, Kunzang. The couple, now a testament to enduring love, showcases the harmony in Seagal's present domestic landscape. Beyond his immediate family, Seagal's paternal role extends to Yabshi Pan Rinzin Wangmo, the only child of the 10th Hanchen Lama of Tibet. Acting as her protector and mentor during her U.S. studies, Seagal, the action star, assumes a role of cultural significance bridging worlds and generations. In unraveling the layers of Steven Seagal's life, we find a tapestry woven with swords, spiritual quests, and a global identity. Beyond the glitz of Hollywood, Seagal stands as a man whose story unfolds in unexpected chapters, keeping the audience intrigued and entertained, both on and off the screen. Do the above things interest you? If so, please like, subscribe, and follow the channel for the next videos.